Welcome to the Podcast with Purpose.
Welcome back to the Podcast with Purpose. I am your host, Nate Link, and today I am joined by two very special guests. I have Claire Hayes and I have Kevin Vanderworken, and today we're going to be talking all about Safe and Sound Week. So it's fair to say that Claire and Kevin are both kind of like safety superheroes around this building. Kevin, as you know, or if you don't know, is the safety manager for Human Technologies. And Claire has done an amazing job supporting everything safety behind the scenes and is also a member of the safety team here at Human Technology. So Claire, Kevin, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Nate.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Nate.
All right. So let's begin with the most obvious question. What is Safe and Sound Week?
So Safe and Sound Week, Nate, is a program that was started a few years ago by OSHA. It's a strong emphasis on what we can do in the workplace to keep our employees safe and the processes that we do and the things that we do here at Human Technologies. And they're individualized for each company that's, in our state. So OSHA does that. We like to take it a step further. We'd like to make sure that our people know that it is our top priority to make sure they come into work and go home at night the same way they come in, healthy and ready to be there for their families and for their loved ones. So it's very important to us that we are stressing safety throughout the entire year so that they know what they can do to keep themselves safe while they're at work.
Excellent. I know, just like you, Kevin mentioned, I know I have a group of folks waiting for me at home, and I want to make sure I get home to them safely. But also, I spend more time probably during my day with my family here at Human Technologies than I do with my family at home. So again, I want to make sure I can do whatever I can to keep them safe as well. So I'm very interested to learn more about this here. So now that we know what Safe and Sound Week is, how is Human Technologies participating?
So Safe and Sound Week is September 12th to September 14th. September 12th is Word Search Puzzle. September 13th is Spot the Hazards in Photos. And September 14th is Scavenger Hunt.
Ooh, those all sound like very interesting activities, and I'm sure on each one of these days, we'll learn a little bit more about each one of those things. So we know, I guess, now what Safe and Sound Week is. We know how we as an organization are going to participate. Another question would be, I guess, for anyone listening is why? What's in it for me?
Well, Nate, Safe and Sound Week is really important because we want to make sure that all of our people are aware of what they can do to be safe at their specific job, whatever role they may have for Human Technologies, whether it's in manufacturing, FMS, or in our environmental services department, or even if we're working in the admin offices. Everyone should have some kind of idea of what they could do to be safe on the job. Takeaways should be specific to what it is they are doing, where they operate, what area they work in. So it's critical that we're looking out for each other. Just like we say in our pledge, we're looking out for each other. We're making sure that the things we do on a day-to-day basis are as safe as they can be. And if something isn't safe, that it's being brought up and mentioned and that it's being talked about so we can fix the situation.
Yeah, again, that's very important. And I've noticed too, so we had the podcast with kind of announcing our safety initiative back a few episodes ago. I sat down with Kevin and Gary, and I noticed that the team has gone through and has made a lot of safety improvements already. And I've noticed some of the process, be it in manufacturing, in environmental services, in our administrative department, some of these safety protocols that are put in place have shifted a person's workflow where it's made their job easier and more efficient for them. So not only is it safer, it's allowing them to do their job in a much better fashion. So that's another bonus to this as well.
Yeah, that really does help. It helps streamline their processes. It also helps them realize I need to be thinking about safety from the beginning of that process to the end.
Yep. So we know what it is. We know when it is and what we're doing. And I guess we know why we have the we already know why safety is important, but this is a great reminder. And it may point out some things we never even thought about. So we have the 12th through the 14th, and then Friday the 15th, that's the end of the week. Claire, how are we going to close this week out with a bang? What are you thinking?
So we will close the week out with a bang because we will be giving out awards and also having a fabulous pizza party.
Who doesn't love pizza? So awards and pizza.
Yeah.
And you know what else I was going to add? I forgot to ask you guys this question. We're here in Utica, and in Utica, we're really kind of talking about 2260 Dwyer Ave, our headquarters, and then the distribution centers up at 2332 Bleecker Street. Everyone here can easily participate because we're right next to each other, but we're not just in the Mohawk Valley. We're not just in Utica. We are spread throughout New York State, Delaware, and Pennsylvania. What's the opportunity for folks that aren't right here in this general area to participate?
Well, Nate, I'm glad that you asked that because this year all of our previous events we've done this, but we're definitely trying to get our people that are off-site more involved. We have recently developed an employee safety committee. Mm-hmm. That's something you touched on when we were talking about my last meeting with you and Gary. These people have been very instrumental in helping prepare for this event. Not only that, they are going to be helping participate in getting the word out and helping with these events. We have people in our FMS. We have people in our environmental services departments that are going to be out there pushing that in those work groups. So we expect 100% involvement. We're really anticipating that, and I think it's going to be a very good thing.
Excellent. So whoever is listening to the podcast now, if no one has talked to you about Safe and Sound Week, please ask your supervisor, find out how you can participate. And if it ends up you stumble upon this episode in the future, once this is all said and done, we're doing this every single year. Safety is a 365 thing, so it's not just 1 week out of the year. So if you're more interested in getting involved, reach out to Kevin, reach out to Claire, reach out to your supervisor. Let us know because, again, this is a team effort, safety, right? It's not just one person, it's all of us. So
very important.
More people are on board, the better. So I think thank both of you for being here with me today. I am super excited about participating in all these events starting the week of September 12th. And also, for anyone who is off-site and they are participating, please grab some pictures, grab some videos, send them over to me so we can kind of show those and share how other people are working for the Safe and Sound Week outside of just this building or just the Utica area.
Yeah, and just one other thing too, Nate, is we will be incorporating our offsite people in that celebration as well. They'll have their own.
Well, that concludes this episode of the Podcast with Purpose. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope to see you soon.